My name is John Paul Kane. I am a school teacher currently teaching kindergarten. Oh, I'm also a drag performer. What the fuck?
Hey, what's up everyone? Jazzbro Gonzo here, another episode of What's Next. Of course, it's the weekend edition. Seems like every day somebody's getting canceled for something. Canceled for spouting off facts and common sense. We saw this past week alone a number of those get kicked off of Twitter because of said facts. From Seth Dillon, CEO of the Babylon Bee, to Kyle Mann, also of the Babylon Bee, Charlie Kirk of the Turning Point, and also the king of conservatives, one Tucker Carlson, get canceled. But of course there are others who are getting canceled because of tranny madness. Let's take a look. This comes out of Breitbart. Her penis. Canceled Father Ted creator defies trans lobby, insists women are real. Why is that a shock to anybody? Graham Lennon, the canceled co-creator of Father Ted, has once again defied the trans lobby by insisting that, quote, women are real. The co-creator of the hit comedy Father Ted once again doubled down on his defiance of the trans lobby, insisting in an interview that women are real. Lennon has come under extreme pressure from hardline trans activists in the past, with the comedian claiming that he had received visits from the British police multiple times over his reports from people describing him as trolls. He describes as trolls. However, despite the Irishman saying that the trans lobby took everything from him in an interview with BBC, he has doubled down on his positions. Let's listen to Grant Lennon as he breaks down his situation on the Nolan Show, BBC.
You say you're going to, you've decided to fight this, but it must feel like a lonely place and it must hurt and it must mess you up.
Yeah. They took everything from me,
Like what? What do you mean?
Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous.
They took my family.
What tranny madness has done to regular people.
Before this, all I was doing was, writing comedy and playing board games and being silly on the internet. And then I just said, no, hang on a sec. Stop calling these women TERFs. Stop sending them abuse. Let them speak. And for that, they just destroyed me.
Do you honestly feel destroyed?
No, because the one thing about this that keeps me going is that I know I'm right. I know I'm right.
Yes.
I see things when you open up a newspaper and you see the words used, as I have many a time, about sexual offenders who have suddenly decided they're women, and the word her penis comes up. Well, every time I see something like that, I just think, well, I'm right and everyone else is wrong.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a very strange position for me to be in. It's the opposite position to the one I've been in for my whole life. But in this particular case, I got to say, sex is important. Women are real. Women's language is important. Women need words like women to describe themselves. These are all just basic things.
Quote, the one thing about this that keeps me going is that I know I'm right, Lennon said regarding his harassment that he's faced. When you open up a newspaper and you see the words used, sexual offenders who have suddenly decided they're women, her penis comes up. Every time I see something like that, well, I know I'm right. Of course, this comes out of Breitbart London. Father Ted creator, online conman used UK hate speech rules to weaponize the police. Yes, they used the UK police to come after him because of facts. Lennon has been on both sides of the fence when it comes to cancel culture, having previously cheered on the hate speech prosecution of Scottish comedian Marcus Meacham, better known as Count Dankula, for being, quote, grossly offensive. However, the Father Ted creator has since had something of a Pauline conversion or Jesus moment, having been on the receiving end of both social and legal pressure over his own comments on the trans issue. Regarding the Dankula case, Lanham apologized for his actions against the Scotsman and now expresses the need for comedians to be protected from cancellation. Every comedian at the moment is living under a kind of state of permanent blackmail, he said. Every comedian knows that if they step on the wrong side of any particular line, you'll be destroyed. Quote, I do believe we will look back at this time and we will go, how did we get so fucking insane? He predicted. However, when Lanham said and is adamant that comedians should be protected, that women need to be recognized as being women, others, especially in the UK, are struggling with that concept. Don't know how. Most recently, Britain's Chancellor for the Etchwire, Rishi Sunak, was caught in an unbelievable position during an interview on Thursday, during which he studiously referred to refused to define the term woman. Yes, we have, not only do we have it, but of course, the UK has their own clowns. Waving the question off by saying that he stood behind what Prime Minister Boris Johnson had said the day before. I thought the Prime Minister answered this brilliantly in Prime Minister's question time. I fully agree with him. He said in response to the question, what is a woman? When pushed on the issue, he repeatedly declined to give his own view, his own words, when asked what it was that Johnson had said and what he agreed with. He admitted he could not remember. Yes, I cannot recall exactly what the Prime Minister had said. I can't remember the Conservative Party political leader said. Stuttering, but he still reiterated that he thought Johnson put it very well. This is the Conservative Party leader in the Parliament for the UK. Let's hear him, shall we?
Good that the actions we're taking are making a difference, but obviously, the leaders today will be discussing what more needs to be done.
Just finally, I just want to ask you a question which seems to be very complicated for a lot of politicians these days, not just on the Labour side. Keir Starmer seems to find this a difficult question to answer. Rishi Sunak, what is a woman?
Well, I thought the Prime Minister answered this brilliantly in Prime Minister's Question Times, in Prime Minister's Questions this week, and I fully agree with him.
And so what is your definition of a woman?
Here it comes.
As I said, I would exactly agree with what the Prime Minister said at Prime Minister's Question Time. I thought he answered the question very well.
An adult human female?
Sorry, Julie, as I said, I thought the Prime Minister answered the question
I
brilliantly.
love it.
And he thought he answered it brilliantly. So what were the words that he said that you agree with, Chancellor?
Well, I think if you look at the full thing that he said on Wednesday, he answered the question brilliantly, and I would agree with every word that he said.
We're not going to get a proper answer from you, are we? It's a very simple question.
Because I can't remember it, because I can't remember.
Wah, wah, wah. Continuous nonsense that is TRANNIE madness it's beyond a fucking clown show. It's beyond clown world. It's bizarro world on crack, on steroids. Just when you thought it tapered off in 2021, no, 2022 says hold my beer. This comedian who created Father Ted, I know a little, very, very, very little about Father Ted. I know it's a hit comedy, but that's all I know. I never actually seen an episode of it. But still, he's a comedian nonetheless. There are very few comedians who have the balls enough to go against the alphabet community, and especially the pretend women community, and still have careers. Nick DiPaolo is one. Bill Burr is one. And of course, the king, the reigning king, Dave Chappelle. But for Lanham to be put through the ringer of cancellation, and for those who don't remember, I had to look this up myself, that back in 2020, Twitter canceled him, kicked him off because of his standing by facts that women are women and men are men. But sadly, this shit is going to continue unless women, and it's not just American women, because we are dealing with our own bullshit over here when you have a man pretending to be a woman who is just kicking the ass in college swimming, and then you have a Supreme Court Justice nominee who can't define what a fucking woman is. So we've got our own problems going on right here. But the UK is no stranger to this. When you have police being called, they're harassing the dude to the point where he is losing his livelihood. because of stating facts. What the fuck? What the fuck? And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below, like it, share it, subscribe to it, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.